Hey guys, what's up? Pi here. In this video we're going to be taking a look at one of my all-time favourite day packs, the Tom Bihn Synapse 25. I've been researching, testing out and geeking out on backpacks for probably over 10 years now, and it's only in the past few years with the advent of Pieonthetrail.com that I've started sharing this stuff with you guys. The Synapse 25 from Tom Bihn has been at the top of my list of backpacks to test out for a number of years, and it's been one of Tom Bihn's best sellers since it was released. The cost for the Synapse 25 comes in at $200. The Halcyon version, which is the version that I have here, weighs 1 pound 13 ounces. It does come in another material which is ballistic nylon that is a little bit heavier at 2 pounds. The capacity of the bag is 25 litres as said in the name, but they do also offer the Synapse in a 19 litre version, so just a little bit smaller. If you know anything about Tom Bihn, then you know that they use the best quality materials for all of their products. All the fastenings, the zippers, the materials, the buckles, all of that stuff is super high quality, and all of their products are made in the USA. The Synapse can be ordered in two different materials, the Halcyon, which is what you see here, and then also a ballistic nylon material. The Halcyon is a little thinner, a little bit lighter, but still extremely durable. The nylon's a little bit heavier and gives kind of a more professional appearance. I would say the Halcyon with its gridstop pattern is kind of more outdoorsy, whereas the nylon is like a simple plain finish that might be more appropriate for sort of business situations. If you choose to go with the Synapse and the Halcyon material, you've got 5 different colour options to choose from. I went with this Nordic blue. I really like this dark blue colour, I think it looks really good. But then the nylon version is available in 9 different colours. So while we're talking about kind of the material of the bag, let's talk about the looks itself. Tom Bihn went to great lengths to design a bag that's sleek and simple. There's kind of no extra straps on the bag. They've aimed to keep it kind of low profile and simple by design. Being a 25 litre bag, the Synapse 25 kind of falls into the medium to large range of day packs. One of the first bags I used regularly was the Camelback Motherload, which is a 35 litre kind of military style day pack. So when I moved away from that bag, I found it hard to find a bag that carried all of the essentials that I wanted with me when I was travelling. 25 litres right now has been just about okay for what I want from a handbag when I'm travelling. This is my personal item on the plane, and thus it carries the most of my kind of expensive electronics. It carries my laptop, a mirrorless camera, 3 lenses, a book, a bottle of water, and any other the small things that live in the bag on a permanent basis. So right now 25 litres has been okay. Honestly though, I would prefer if the bag was available in a slightly larger size, say the 30 litre. The 19 litre pack for me I don't think would be big enough. If you don't have the same kind of carry requirements as me, then you could probably get away with the 19 litre. That would carry a laptop well and a few other essentials. So let's now take a look at the shoulder straps, the sternum strap, and all the stuff that basically makes a bag comfortable or not comfortable to carry. On a bag such as this, I want it to be a very sleek and simple design, which is exactly what it is. The shoulder straps are well padded and comfortable, but they're quite minimalistic and they lay quite flat and look good. The sternum strap is of course fully adjustable, and I do tend to use that if I'm carrying the bag for anything more than a few minutes at a time. I feel like it just is more a stable carry on my back. When I ordered the bag, I did order the bag with 2 separate hip straps. I ordered the simple webbing strap, and I also ordered the thicker padded hip belt. Honestly though, on a day pack like this, I don't tend to use the hip belts. What I have found it useful, if I am taking a bag hiking that I just need like a day's worth of gear, then I put the padded hip belt on this bag, and it is very comfortable. With all of the gear loaded up in here, as I mentioned, like a big computer, camera equipment, stuff like that, it can become very heavy. So having the hip belt is really good. It does take some of the weight off your shoulders. But for general day-to-day use, I usually just leave it off. There's a nice grab handle here at the top if you're moving the bag around. And then the back panel of the bag is very simple. It's got like this padded mesh. Very comfortable, very simple, and it just blends in and looks chilled. Now let's take a look at the main compartment of the bag. It is a deceptively large but simple main compartment. The zipper comes about halfway down the side of the bag. It's very easy to access stuff in there. I've just got a pillow in here right now just to show you what it looks like. But inside is extremely simple. As standard, there's only one organisational feature coming on the pack, and this is this elasticated pocket here. This is very useful to store like a laptop brick, for like your laptop charger, and any stuff you want to have with you regularly. The only problem with this bag is this elastic here. It's very loose, and honestly it kind of gets in the way. Every time I'm trying to move an object in and out, it tends to get snagged up on this elastic. So personally I'd prefer that they just put in a zipper, that way it would lay flat and out of the way. But otherwise the pocket is very simple. The only upgrades I chose to add into the pack was the cache. The cache is a system that Tom Bihn uses to basically modularly store a laptop inside their bags. So you can order a number of these different size caches to fit the laptop that you own. And then it attaches into the bag with these gate clips, and then it kind of runs on these rails. The idea being, if you get to security at an airport, you can just slide this out as it is, put it on the conveyor, and they can scan your laptop. But honestly, in most situations when I'm at airport security, I'm always asked to take the laptop out of my bag completely and put it in a separate container. So this kind of makes this whole system a little bit unnecessary, in my opinion. I would personally prefer if Tom Bihn just had a dedicated laptop sleeve that was in the bag permanently, laid flat and out of the way. I think that would be just a much more simple design. The other thing I chose to add was this frame sheet from Tom Bihn. I was a little bit hesitant to add in the frame sheet because the Synapse 25 is already a pretty heavy bag. So adding in this frame sheet does add a bit of extra weight, but it's actually something that is totally worth it in my opinion. The frame sheet is made of plastic with an aluminium stay in the middle. It attaches at the top here using the kind of same gate system as you attach the cache with. And the reason I like it so much is it just gives a lot more structure to the bag. As I said, when I really load this bag up, it gets very heavy. So the frame helps the weight kind of distribute a little bit more evenly throughout the pack, especially if I'm using the hip belt. But yeah, apart from that, the main compartment is extremely simple. It's pretty large. Yeah, I like it a lot. The only thing I would change is this elasticated section right here. So now onto the kind of smaller organisational pockets that are on the outside of the bag. If you know anything about Tom Bihn, you'll know that their organisational systems and the way they like to lay out pockets on bags is one of their best features, and they've definitely got it right on the Synapse, in my opinion. So essentially there's 5 external pockets on the bag, not including the main compartment. I'll break each one down sort of separately. So this first one here is the biggest of the 5, and it has like a horizontally running zipper right here. Because of its position on the bag, I like to put stuff in here that I don't access super regularly, but I also just want to have with me. So for example, in here right now is a rain cover for the pack, which is really nice if it's raining, just to, you know, keep any extra water off. I've got a first aid kit in here, some bug spray, just a lot of these sort of essentials that I want with me but I don't need to access really regularly. It is quite a large compartment, so it could hold like a fairly bulky rolled up jacket in there. I just don't use it that way. The only organisational feature inside the bag is a set of 3 O-rings where you can use Tom Bihn's key straps to clip stuff in and out. I don't use it in this section, but it's nice to have. The next pockets I'll look at are these 2 side pockets here. They are symmetrical and they're more or less exactly the same. They kind of have this vertical C-shaped zipper on, and they're very, just by where they are and how they open, they're very quick and easy to access. So they're not huge pockets, but I tend to put stuff in here that I want access to quickly. So on this one side, they have pen slots, so I usually carry a couple of pens in here, maybe a Sharpie marker. I've got some charging cables and an external battery pack. Then on this other side, the layout is just a little bit different. They've got kind of this just open sort of section here. So this is good for, say, a wallet or sort of a slightly larger item like a screen wipe or some gum. And then exactly the same as the previous one. I've got a few more charging cables in here, a sleep mask and some earplugs for when I'm on a flight or on travel. The next one, the most central one that sort of sits behind the Tom Bihn logo here, is this small horizontally accessed compartment. It goes down about the size of my hand. It's not huge, but its location for me is perfect for a pair of sunglasses. It means they're quick and easy to grab. There's not an awful lot of stuff in here. I do have a whistle and a Tom Bihn key strap. It's a useful place to have just in case of emergencies. That's that pocket. And then the final pocket is the one behind it, accessed here. This one is a lot longer. This goes down all the way down to about this zipper here. And this is designed to put a water bottle in. So it will fit a full Nalgene bottle, but I prefer to use something a little bit slimmer, like a clean canteen or a platypus soft water bottle. Its great location in the center means that the weight is balanced across the bag. You haven't got a water bottle on the sort of side of the bag, making it off balance. It's in the center. Actually though, I tend to put the water bottle on the main compartment, and I use this pocket as kind of a dump pocket. If I'm going through airport security, I take my phone, my wallet, anything that's in my pockets, throw it in there and zip it up, throw it through the conveyor belt, and then when I get to the other end, put it all away. It's a great large pocket that's easily accessed, and yeah, simple, and it works. There's not much about the bag that I would actually change. The weight is something that I would potentially change on the bag because it is quite heavy, especially when it's loaded up with a good amount of gear. And then the only other thing I would change is the internal, the stretchy pocket on the main compartment here. I would make that a zipper because it does tend to get in the way when I'm moving stuff in and out. Having a channel like I do here in Pieonthetrail, where I'm reviewing a lot of gear, getting a lot of stuff in and out for testing, I'm quite often left with the feeling of, okay, what's next? You know, what do I want to test out next? Or I wish this bag could do this, or I wish this bag could do this. I don't really have it with the Synapse. And I don't think there's anything on the market that can challenge it right now, personally speaking. But yeah, I love the Synapse 25, and I think you would too. Head over to tombihn.com to check the rest of their products out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.